The group supports innovators by working side by side with them. We do believe in knowledge-based experience and in an approach that is really making those that we work with, like researchers and entrepreneurs, understand that we have been in the same position and that we know what it takes to achieve impact on a research project or to lead a successful startup to an exit. We have, of course, developed our tools, our proprietary methodologies, but the most important is that they have to see that what sets us apart is that we practice what we preach and we preach what we practice. We have been there, we have done that, we understand what are their needs and their requirements. Collaboration and knowledge sharing among the different stakeholders that are part of a research project or are part of a startup, it's a fundamental point. The achievements and the results you want to obtain with a successful research project or with the successful companies are part of a very complex process. And you do have to understand that alone you will not get anywhere. Therefore, you do have to collaborate with other people that have different expertise, different perspectives, and that together you can really achieve what you want in the end. We do have a couple of guiding principles. One is that if you're not willing to share, you will not be able to multiply. And this applies in particular with complex endeavors. So we strive in order to make everyone around the table willing to share the same approach and willing to multiply the results out of our activities. The second guiding principle is that if you're really willing to fish, you have to stand by the river. Therefore, you have to be very close to action. You have to be into the action, and you cannot just be theorizing about innovation or financing or startups or research, but you have to be in the process yourself. Innovators, particularly the researchers and the not so skilled entrepreneurs, if you like, they always have a challenge in seeking finance. There are two main challenges that I see based on my experience. The first challenge is a challenge of vocabulary. This is like learning a new language. It's like if you speak Japanese and someone else speak Portuguese, they will not understand each other. So this has to come from both sides, because research and innovation is very specific language, and likewise is finance. So there is a matter of vocabulary. People have to understand, they have to be trained, probably they have to be investment ready, and not just the researcher has to be investment ready, but also the investor has to be, if you like, researcher ready. So that's a very important point, and that's a main challenge. And a lot of researchers will resist that, innovators will resist that, because they see finance as an external kind of thing with respect to what they do, and not so important until they hit the ground and they understand that they need finance in order to develop their project. So very important, it's speaking the same language. The second challenge is that you need to have a vision. You have to visualize what it takes from a research project to come to eventually a successful exit from a startup or having a successful company. This is a number of steps. It's not just that you find some money from the first maybe investor or angel and this is the end of the story. This is just the beginning of the story, because the project that you will develop, the company that you will develop, will entail many different steps financially wise, and you have to understand all about these steps, what are the different type of investors, but also what it will mean to you in terms of not being anymore the full owner, if you want, of your research, but also at the same time the one that will decide, what will happen until the end. There will be a time in which probably you will be diluted. You will lose the majority maybe of your company. You will become a minority, and this is not something strange. This is something that happens to all the successful startups. So visualize this process, interiorize it, and accept it. It's another challenge that innovators has to pass.